stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
Another couple of very interesting companies for you to consider as we round out the month of January. With our strategists, Eric Dutram and Brian Boland. They each have companies that seem pretty interesting here. Eric, we'll start with you. Yours is number one strong buy. It's Rockwell Automation.
That's right, and actually it just got upgraded to strong buy territory earlier today. So this could be a very interesting time for investors to get into this industrial automation segment. The company actually just also reported earnings, and it beat estimates by about 20%. But shares have come back a little bit after the initial surge, so it could be a very interesting time for investors to get in, at least if we look to the recent earnings estimates here. As we can see, the current year, 9 estimates have gone higher in the last week. Next year, 7 estimates higher. And then if we look down at the magnitude of these increases, we were at $5.96 a share for the consensus about 90 days ago, and we've bumped up to $6.22 today. So we've seen a nice move up in the consensus estimate over the last couple weeks and months, and I think with the late couple sell-offs here over the last couple sessions, this could be a very good time for investors to get into this, what is going to be an in-focus segment.
Okay, today is January 30th. Also interesting that company has outperformed the sub-industry category that it falls in, industrial automation robotics.
Yeah, and that's really been a strong area in general for the market over the last couple of weeks, and I think if we do see some more infrastructure spending and a little bit more focus on U.S. manufacturing, this could continue to be an area to watch for investors.
Okay, Brian, KLA-Tencor.
Yes.
A buy.
A buy is Zach's rank number 2. Could be moving higher though. We'll give it some time here. They just reported last week and they beat estimates, which is great to see. But the real thing that you want to see in a company like this, and this is a semiconductor equipment manufacturer, so they build the products that help the chip companies make the chips, right? So what you want to see is, not only design wins, but you want to see, good bookings and backlog, and then lastly, you want to see margin growth. What we have here for KLAC is a quarter which was basically all of those things. You had record bookings at $1.1 billion, record backlog at $1.6 billion, design wins, and especially in the new and upcoming area of 3D NAND memory. So, that's going to be a big driver for them down the road. Then on top of all that, gross margin expansions. We've seen the gross margins come in much higher than expected, and the company guiding analysts to higher gross margins by the order of 200 to 300 basis points. So I thought, and I took a look at into some old models that the analysts had, and I thought, where are these gross margins going to go? So let's take a look here at, first we got our Zach's rank number 2, C for growth, B for value, so right in the middle there, but at 16 times forward earnings, I really like the value prospect here for a chip company, for a chip play. So if we switch over here to this chart, and this is found on the Zach site at the financial overview section, down at the bottom, you can graph 2 things against each other. Here I've got the stock price, which is the bouncy line here, and then the other one is gross margins, and we can see the gross margins over the last 2 years have really moved higher from around that 55%, now most recently up to about 63%. What we're looking forward though for is gross margins to be 64, 65%, possibly even 66%. So when you have all these things kind of rolling in together, you've got good revenue, good backlog, which is good visibility, design wins, great margins, I think the multiple for the stock is going to expand, and that's why I like it.
And there you have it. Do you guys either of you own these?
Do not.
I do. I own KLAC in my own personal account.
Okay, well, thanks for that information. Don't forget, you can find out more information on these companies as well as others on our website, zax.com. All you need to do to get to it is start with the home page. Type in the tickers in the upper right-hand corner, or while you're there, take a look at some of the other commentary and stock picks and picking strategies that you'll come across as well. With Eric and Brian, I'm Terry Ruffalo.